Greetings, ladies and gentlefish, and welcome to another game in the KV-2. And you can see that I am in a derp platoon with British B and Captain Indigo, both from the SIG clan. The spectrum is green. And the enemy KV-2 appreciates our platoon. He appreciates the KV-2-ness. In fact, actually, I think we're going to have a quick conversation with that KV-2 later on in the game. So there, the KV-2 is saying, firing gold. So the premium round for this tank is armor piercing, and we're going no. Now actually I have spoken to people since, despite my comment there, as I said in my review, who do rate the firing of premium ammunition from this tank, so I'm not going to belittle it. But no, none of us are firing gold, none of us are firing armor piercing of any description in this match. This is going to be a full-on dirt platoon. Sorry about that, I was just having a little bit of a drink because my throat's giving me some chip. So you can see here, we're on the map I can't even remember the name of. Tundra, that's the Badger. And the three of us are all going over to Heavy Tank Alley, on the basis that we might meet some of their machines, and 3 152mm high explosive shells to the face is going to offend whatever we encounter. It does not matter what it is. It could be a mouse, and it would still annoy them. Obviously it couldn't be a mouse in this matchup, because we're top tier, but do have a look at the minimap, and you'll notice that while we have encountered the enemy KV-2 and KV-85, that's grand, the enemy have quite a few tanks on the other flank. This is a cause for some concern. Anyway, we're here, we found some things to kill, so let's start the killing. When we eventually get into position. British and Captain are both up ahead of me. And British takes his shot. Alas, it misses. Aim. Aim. It's like playing artillery. Pre-aim. 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 That's a very brave KV-85. 365 damage to the face from a non-penetrating hit. Now, I've seen the minimap, I've seen that they're all over the other flank, I've seen they're all over the base, I can see the friendly base is being captured, so I'm heading back. I'm pretty sure that British and Indigo are capable of dealing with those guys, and they have got a KV-1S there giving them a hand, as myself and this KV-1 head back. For some hilarious derpitude, and to defend the cap circle from the onrushing enemy horde. T-14! T-14! It's behind you! It's behind you! Where? Where? There! And that was a penetrating round from the high explosive. Hurrah! Into his side armour and blat. I think that actually went into the side of his turret. Either way, one T-14 has been deleted from this game. ARL-44 is just up here to our left-hand side. ARL-44 has pretty decent armour from the front, but his side armour is made of tissue paper, wishful thinking, and fairy wings. Nonetheless, you'll notice that fence doesn't actually count as an obstacle when shooting through it, so my HE rounds can go right through that, and we take off almost half of that guy's health in one shot. There's also a very adventurous KV-1S over here. Okay, that's fine. ARL takes a round from this KV-1, I take a shot from the ARL and polish him off. Alas, British B, well, not alas, British B manages to nail the enemy KV-2, who is whinging about us using gold, which we're not. And, alas, Captain Indigo has been taken down. And the enemy KV-2, this is what surprised me, the enemy KV-2 seems surprised that we're firing high explosive. It's a 152mm howitzer. While you can fire premium armor piercing, kind of... but that is much money. No, it's not. Firing high explosive is kind of what this gun is for. British also avenged the Captain Indigo there. He thinks firing HE is somehow expensive. He's going to go and have a look. It's not. HE is cheap as chips, considering the amount of damage you can do. Goodbye, Mr. KV-1S. And so that's me on 3 kills, British on 3 kills. Scoreline is 10-10, they are capping our base, there are still plenty of bad guys to make go away. So we're going to trundle over here towards our base. We've taken a hit so far from that ARL, but we're still in pretty good shape. We just lost our T-34-85, slightly unfortunately, which puts that Panzer Soufflé on 5 kills. He has rapidly approached Top Gun level. We can't be having that. Oh, we lose another tank, 10-12. We are now outnumbered. Outnumbered? But all of these tanks are puny little machines, none of them are communist, and none of them pack a 152mm howitzer. So I still think I have the firepower advantage here. Alright, job number 1. There's that guy who's on a Top Gun. Let's take away his Top Gun. Well, you know, because reasons. And who needs to aim? Aiming is for suckers. I'm just going to reload this gun. I have a KV-1 with me here, so hopefully he can go round one way, I can go round the other, and together we're going to be able to wreck these fellows. Now I wanted to kill that PZSFL first. Now the VK just gets out of the capture circle, he's not interested. Kill number 5 on that Cromwell. Wanted to kill that PZSFL first because he's demonstrated he's dangerous, he's on 5 kills, and he would have shots down into us in this capture circle. British is currently sitting in the enemy base, which is not a terrible idea. It's drawing attention away from us, hopefully. Hello, Mr. Churchill. How are you today? Not so well anymore, are you? And there's my Top Gun. But now there's only 2 of them left on the enemy team. We've killed everything that's a credible threat. There is no need to cap anymore. And I'm certainly going hunting. Looking for that VK and the AMX. There's potentially a Radley Walters medal on the line, but I don't want to be fed a Radley Walters medal. And you can see the AMX is over by British B, and between the platoon we're currently considering whether British should just leave the kill to me so that I can pick up the Radley Walters, but I'm far more interested in just killing these guys and ending the game. I hold no value in a Radley Walters that is fed to you. So the rear armour of a VK 2001D is, well, even if that whether that round penetrated or not, we'll probably never know. British also kills the AMX. Because the rear armour on that thing is garbage, I could well have penetrated, but even if I hadn't penetrated, that would have still been enough damage to kill him. So, there we go. A nice little bit of action from a KV-2 derp platoon when it's top tier, which is always good for a laugh. Let's go and take a look at the stats. So how did that game in one of my favourite tanks in this game go? Well, it was an ace tanker. Hurrah! I'm kind of accumulating them in this tank, to be honest. Ace tanker, Reaper for one-shot kills, Fire for effect, Duelist, and Bruiser. You always get Bruiser in the KV-2. It's for critical module damage, and when you're firing 152mm high explosive shells at people, there's a lot of that to go around. Top Gun and a high caliber. Captain Indigo got a little bit unlucky and he actually got taken out. He did 614 damage still though, despite that. British and myself were at the top of the team. British racked up 1,000 damage, 4 kills. I managed to rack up 2,700 damage, 7 kills and 1,374 base experience because KV-2. 10 shots fired, 10 hits, 10 penetrations. Bear in mind, okay, I should clarify with that. Most of the shots I fired were at point blank range. So the 10 hits shouldn't actually come as a massive surprise. The one surprising one there was the shot against the PZSFL, which I did get lucky for. I was not aimed, I just took it because why not, he was there. The penetrations part, you'll always count as pretty much having penetrations with the KV-2, because if you blow off the enemy's tracks, that counts as a penetration. You have penetrated that module, even if you don't do much actual damage to the tank, so that does not mean that I penetrated the hulls of the tanks with all 10 of my rounds. I did not. 2,748 damage, we received 2 hits, of which we bounced none. Damaged 8 enemy tanks, killed 7, got 161 assistance damage, and 60 base defense points, travelling 1.76 kilometers. 22,000 credit profit. The ammunition, the high explosive ammunition on this tank costs 810 credits each, which is not cheap, but it's not horrendously expensive. With a premium account, that would have been a 38,000 credit profit and 1,374 experience. This is a tank I just play to relax in. It's an awful lot of fun. I have a review of it. It came out not that long ago if you're interested, but I do wholeheartedly recommend this machine. I hope you guys enjoyed that derp platoon. If you did, please feel free to catch some of my other videos and or subscribe to my channel, and I wish you very happy hunting on the battlefield. Ciao ciao.